This is a pic of some video art of a painting by the wicked colcream art called Pontypridd Punk. Hello and welcome to my latest blog post. I'm Sarah Mayo, but I also go by my pseudonym Say Kollantai, which I was inspired by the feminist Russian revolutionary Bolshevik revolutionary leader Alexandra Kollantai, which ironically enough was her husband's name. She left the husband but kept his name, and as far as name's concerned, I've always been a bit frustrated, really, to be honest, about the particular naming system that's used as custom in the UK, and how, you know, all this tradition about, well, first of all, that everyone's heterosexual, that was previously presumed and obviously was totally incorrect, and that everyone would want to get married, straight people would get married basically, and that doesn't apply to us, you know, to this day, to a significant portion of the population, although our views are very much underrepresented. And it's, you know, the idea that a woman should take a man's name is something I got problems with. I don't like the sort of patriarchal kind of naming system. So yeah, I'm a rad femme, and welcome to my latest installment. So there you go. So, hello. Well, I'm going to introduce this selection of photos which I took recently at the Cardiff Abortion Rights protest, as you can see by the captions on the screen. And I want to talk about how this was an incredibly positive development, I think politically, in South East Wales at the very least, because of the incredible divisions which are currently probably at the worst ever within the feminist community in Cardiff. So I thought these photos were a good demonstration of the fact that despite what some people think, radical socialist feminists such as myself are all for working in unity with trans people, as can be seen in these photos and as can be seen in the action that was organised by a mighty team of women. So that's why I've added these pictures, but I will also comment on other things. For this next section, I'm going to be introducing some current activists, current thinkers, current campaigns, not least women's places in the struggle. That's not the exact name of the campaign, but there is a national, and I would hope international, ultimately, campaign in response to the current climate of fear that's been perpetrated by, unfortunately, a number of trans activists. So I'm just on the screen now, you will see a screenshot image of Magdalen.burns, who is, as a student activist, suffered and continues to suffer now the most tremendous, vile, misogynistic abuse, actually, from trans supporters, but and was actually, she was no platformed as a student activist somewhere in Scotland. So I provided a link to one of her videos, which is I think, and any reasonable person, I'm confident, would agree, it's a very reasonable analysis of trans ideology and its fundamental logical flaws. And instead, Magdalen posits what I think is a perfectly rational and well-reasoned critique of that, and a defence of the basic principles of feminism, actually. And, you know, her bravery has really been incredibly inspirational for me, because we are both people who are being witch hunted. There are so many other excellent rad feminists, socialist feminists, females, for daring to express our opinions about the material reality of our biological lives, not least when it comes to that thorny question of sex. Yes, sex, because when we keep going on about that, it's not just in terms of our physiology, and it's the overall impact that has on our health from the day that we are born until the day that we die. That is how that is not something any of us choose whatsoever. And when all human beings die, even trans people, they will still be able, unfortunately, to tell in our bones whether we were female or male. This is not something that's possible to change. It's absolutely no problem with striving for the most inclusive possible feminism that we can have, but it does have to be led absolutely by women. And that's why with the abortion rights protests, that was very encouraging that that it was a strong female-led protest, but with fantastic allies and supporters joining us, including of course the trans community. I bet that was achieved against all odds, and ultimately it was one event, and we've got a whole political landscape across continents, actually, with this wave of reaction against women that's taken this mad, crazy form and is so incredibly centrist. So I'm just finishing up now with an advert for the London meeting of A Woman's Place is Making a Stand. And check out that link to the website, Women's Place, on the screen, and make sure that you get involved, because the more of us who will speak out, the more confident we will become.